Hello, hello, hello. Sorry you can't see my face, but I'm trying to stay on the board here so you can see the cards. Good morning, happy Sunday, and it is just wonderful to be here. The rain stopped. It rained pretty much for 2 days, I guess, pretty much. And now I have my windows open. It's just... the weather's just a little bit crazy from 1 minute to the next. So my voice is still a little crazy, but that's okay. I work with what I have, and God still gives me the ability to speak. Just maybe a little strained, but my voice is still here for you. So today our readings are going to be, those of you that watch the Earth sign readings, I also posted them on YouTube, So I hope you enjoyed it. And that's, you got something out of the reading. I thought it was kind of cool to do it that way, and now I'm going to do the air signs, which are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, which is kind of cool because two of them are part of my natal chart. That's another thing that I can do. I don't read them really, really well. I'm just beginning to learn how to read them, but I definitely can create a natal chart and, understand, the basics of it, I guess you could say. So anyways, my natal chart has me at, trying to put this sage out, has me at my sun sign, which is the zodiac sign of the month and day you were born, is Capricorn. And then my rising sign, which you find out if you know the exact time of your birth. So my rising sign is a Libra. And then my moon sign, which that's the sign where the moon is at the time of your birth. And my moon sign is Gemini. So Gemini and Libra are both kind of, within my natal chart. So it should be interesting to see what comes up. Not that I'm doing the reading for myself, but, hey, if it answers any of my questions, that's awesome. And here we go. So lots going on today in the world. I hope, that, lots of prayers are going out for family members of loved ones that have been hostages. There's just so much going on. Also, I don't expect bad things to happen. I don't want bad things to happen, but I hope everyone is blessed. Given we're having a big event tomorrow, and I certainly hope that everyone's blessed and safe, and finding some moments of acceptance, I guess you could say. So the first thing I'm going to do for my air signs, again, it's Sagittarius. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And guess what came out? An air sign. We have the butterfly popped out. So, which is awesome. And this is like the first month of the year. So, it's always good to, a lot of people do resolutions for the month and stuff. I would prefer to do burn ceremonies, kind of write down all the challenges that occurred during the year, the things that were obstacles, the things that you kind of regrets, I guess, low energy things, just write them all down on a piece of paper and put them in some type of a, like I can have a fire basically all year long. So, and then throw them in the fire and let them smolder up into the others. You're left with like a renewal, a blank slate. So I kind of like that concept more than resolutions, because people too often make resolutions and it's kind of like a diet. You know, you go on a diet and then you get frustrated because it's not going the way you want it to go. So you quit. And same with resolutions. So rather than do it like that, it's just like write all that crap down and then throw it in the fire, let it burn away, and it's gone. You're released. Of course, there's meditation that goes along with that, and and I think that's a much better way for transformation in the new year. So we have January 2025, and this reading is going to be for the next 12 months. So let's see what our butterfly friend, here we go. And some of these books are very small, tiny readings, undergoing great change and transformation. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accomplished by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, committing to one daily routine, a meal, practice, or prayer, done at the same place and same time, will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirit. When in balance, you're cheerful and graceful. When you're out of balance, you're very fragile and you get frustrated easily. So to bring yourself into balance, you create a daily routine. And I think this is awesome. I mean, first of all, butterflies, I have a butterfly for my logo, for my business. And my mom comes to me as a yellow monarch butterfly. So butterflies are very important in my life. And I always liked, years ago, almost 42 years ago, actually 42 years ago, I was given a butterfly, because the butterfly represented you let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. Something like that. But the whole thing about butterflies is that you, I can't even remember what I was going to say. You kind of like build yourself up. You're in a little cocoon, and while you're figuring out who you are, and finding your inner truth, you're in this little cocoon. And then when you're ready and your spirit has developed, and you are on your path to your journey, whatever your path is, you come out of that cocoon and you're this beautiful, beautiful flying butterfly. So, and I love the story of the transformation of the butterfly. So with that, I can't remember which cards I started with. I think I started with, yes, I did. I started with these yesterday. I want to try to go in the same order that I went in yesterday. So let's say a little prayer to spirit. I usually do my praying beforehand. When it talks about routines, I think routines are so important. I pray and meditation every single day, in the morning and in the evening. I actually listen to some type of a hertz, like I have a healing music in the background today, and I'll listen to certain hertz while I'm sleeping. And I just, it's just something I try to do. And the other thing I try to do is I try to educate myself with some type of, whether it's a book I listen to or something I read, or a video I watch. I try to educate myself every single day. That's what I do. And that's, and it works for me. That's what works for me. And that's why I get up so early when I'm working. I get up at 4 a.m, sometimes even earlier, because the spirits are saying it's time to get up, Eva. But sometimes even earlier I'll get up, and it's because I want to have time to do that. I don't want to just get up, rush out the door. So I usually spend about 2 hours in the morning, every single morning, hour and a half at least, with my prayer and meditation, and sometimes listening to something that's going to educate me. And then I get up and get ready to go to work. So it's at least an hour, depending on how far I have to drive. So that's my routine, and that routine helps me to not be stressed out, not be frustrated, not be like rushing to work. And the one thing I hate is having to rush to work, get there, feel flustered already, and then have kids coming in the classroom, and you're flustered even more. I like a nice, calm start of the day, and have serenity. And it helps me for when I get to school and then the kids start coming in and then and I can just breathe, because that's what I'd already been doing. I use breathing and meditating to start my day. So just, a little bit on the, having a routine. It's really important. If you don't have one, maybe it's something you should do. Try it for a couple months. See if it helps you. I know it helps me. So with that, I have the first deck. I'm doing just tarot cards. So there are 3 different tarot cards. I have I have books for these, but I don't have a book for the third. But each one of these cards has like a word at the bottom of it. So I'll kind of interpret what all that means with the rest of the cards. So we're going to do 3 cards for each deck. And the first card's going to be where you're at. The second card will be how the past year has influenced where you're at right now. And what's to come in the next year is the third card. So, the 3 of Wands. I'm trying to pay attention to the way I speak. I don't know if I'm picking up on the accent down here or not, but I'm finding that I don't know. I never noticed that I didn't say words correctly before, but I feel like I don't say words correctly. So the 3 of Wands, we have the planet is the sun. And I mean, look at that. You see the sun right in the middle of that picture, a big yellow ball. So we have the sun here, and wands are action. At the end of each wand is I want to say it's a lotus flower. They may call it something else. And the lotus flower is a very spiritual flower. And when the petals are opened up, in the Kundalini meditations, there's 2. No, it's actually not the Kundalini one. It's a different one that has like a number of different archangels at each chakra, but it's not the 7 chakras. I think they do 12 of the chakras. So there's 2. There's a lotus at the very top of the crown, and then there's a lotus at the heart center. And the whole idea of the lotus is for it to open up. And when the petals are opened up, divine spirit comes through with healing. So the 3 of Wands, this card is saying to me that it's a fire. Fire, sun is a fire sign. And I want to say it's Aries. I believe this is the Aries down here. So you may have an Aries person in your life, or I'm not sure where Aries is right now. I know right now we have 6 planets lined up and a 7th one's going to be coming in. And I'm not sure which one it is. And each planet, each zodiac sign is ruled by a planet. So I didn't look that up. I probably should have. But we have yellow, orange, and red here. And it's all of the human energy, our human energy sections of our bodies. So we're talking the root chakra here, the solar plexus, and the sacral plexus. And what I'm getting from this is that you need to, right now, either you are already taking care of the human body, your body, and getting it healthier, and bringing in the healing energies and cleansing and protecting the 3 human, because the bottom chakras are all about the physical being, keeping those cleansed and protected. They're all about how we function as a human being. And then the middle one is the heart chakra, which is our center chakra. And then the top 3 are all the spiritual. So the heart chakra brings together the human and the spirit. But this one here is like, take action on those humanly bodies that you have. Either you already are, or you're in need of, doing some healing in the physical area of your life. So it could be weight, it could be diet, it could be, just pay attention to your health, and let that be part of your focus this year, getting healthy. It might be like, getting involved in exercise, doing more exercise. It might be meditating, because meditating takes care of anxiety and helps with depression. It helps with all kinds of different things. You could be getting into a lot of different it could be exercise, it could be yoga, there could be so many things when it comes to the physical parts of our body. So let's see what the 3 of Wands says in this book. 3 of Wands. So it says virtue. And virtue, it's kind of a nice thing to think about. This card refers to Bina in the suit of fire, and so represents the establishment of primeval energy. The will has been transmitted to the mother, who conceives, prepares, and gives birth to its manifestation. It refers to the sun in Aries. Yeah, I thought that was the Aries. The sign in which he is exalted. So remember, Aries is a very strong, led by the head. So with the sign of Aries, there could be like conflicts where this is coming up. You might be seeing a lot of conflicts. You might be around a lot of conflicts. And sometimes what we need to do is just kind of balance the energy around all the conflicts and not get so involved in them. Aries are headstrong, and if they're not button heads with somebody else, they usually button heads with themselves. So, with the Aries energy, try to, I would say, the meditation will keep you feeling balanced. So the meaning is harmonious, for this is the beginning of spring. For this reason, one sees the wand taking the form of the lotus in blossom. The sun has encouraged the growth of the greater mother. The male-female energies alluded to here with the phallic wands, topped by the feminine lotus, are important to the formulation of Crowley's magical philosophy. A traditional meaning is that you now seek that you now seek new horizons and can trust the vision and insight you have for your future. You may have to go it alone if you can't convince others about your passion project, but this is not necessarily a bad thing. So it's about taking action on your dreams, taking action, have that confidence, that belief in yourself. The solar plexus is your powerhouse, where you feel very self-assured. And then the sacral chakra, which they talked about, the phallic energies and stuff, the sacral chakra is your creative sides. So, and the root chakra is your foundation. So be strong, be courageous, even if you have to go it alone. Know that you can do it. You can do this. No matter what it is, you can do it. And, take that action. Take that action. Have the belief in yourself to move forward, and just go for it. Go for it. Okay, so the Knight of Cups. This is what has brought you to the Three of Wands. Opening up those lotus flowers and letting, new come into your life. So the Knight of Cups, so we have the 3, and the Knight is 11. We have the Crab, so this is Cancer, a water sign. So we have a fire sign and a water sign. And let's see what the next one will bring. So we have a water sign here, and you can see the little crab in the dish there that he's holding up. So I'm going to assume that that's Cancer the crab. I don't think I see some of them have the actual zodiac sign on them, but I'm sure that's what it's representing. So we're seeing a lot of water all around there. But we also have the white horse. And horses, to me, different people have different meanings for symbolism for different things. And a horse, to me, means, moving forward, freedom, the freedom to express yourself, that free feeling, the beauty of, I've got this, and I'm going. Kind of goes with that Three of Wands, the action. So cups are about feelings and emotions. And, this card is like showing, like I said, I've got this. He's got that crab sitting right in the dish, and he's on that horse, and he's, just head forward. I'm moving forward, and the horse isn't going to be stopped. So let me read the Knight. See, Knights, I think. Oh, maybe they're at the beginning. Ace. Okay, wait. Nope, 2s. All right, they must be here. Okay, Knight of Cups. Here we go. So we have Knight of Cups represents the fiery part of water. He is like the swift, passionate attack of rain and springs. Water washes away a multiple of sins, and this winged knight is passively amiable and graceful. Passively amiable and graceful. He wears black armor and has bright wings, which, together with the leaping attitude of his white steed, indicates that he channels the most active part of water. In his right hand, he bears a cup from which issues a crab, indicating Cancer, the cardinal sign of water. His totem is the peacock, for one of the stigmatic of water in its most active form, its brilliance. Think of bioluminescence in the sea to understand the sort of glow this night emits. The characteristics of the person signified by this card are mostly passive. He is superficial with the qualities of Venus or a weak Jupiter. His head is turned by beauty, but he is not to be counted on for the long haul. Sensitive to external influence, there is no depth in this character. Yet, despite this, he possesses an innocence and purity which are the essence of his nature. So this could be somebody in your life, a fleeting moment where somebody's in your life and, and they have these beautiful qualities, but they're not here for the long run. So, and I don't know, if that's what it is or not. It could be a family member. It could be your partner. That is of Cancer energy. It could also be, again, we all have a sun sign, a rising sign, and a moon sign. And know that Cancers are very sensitive people, but they're also very family oriented. I don't know if that's, kind of making sense to anyone there or not. I know there's a couple Cancers in my life, and I would say fleeting moments come with that. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. All right, so we have 11, 3, and now we have 7. 7 of Swords. With a crescent moon, so this is a moon sign, and it is, I want to say it's, it's Aquarius. I think it's Aquarius. Wait a minute, it might be. Hold on. It's either Aquarius or Sagittarius. I always get these two signs mixed up. So we have the moon energy, which is female energy. Sun is male energy, but this card talked about, because of the lotus flower and everything, it talked about the male, masculine and feminine working together, and 3 of Wands. 7 of Swords is feminine energy, and I love the way this card is. I mean, look at those. It almost looks like a tree of life to me. Branches coming out of it, but look at the pretty colors. The swords are touching the main sword, and they're all creating this pretty color. And then the background is that beautiful blue. The beautiful blue is, to me, I would say the lower blue is your indigo, your third eye. Then you've got some pinks, which would be the crown. And you have light blue and heart. So we're talking heart chakra, crown chakra, third eye, and throat chakra. And let's see. Let's find out if it's Aquarius or Sagittarius. I have to like remember what those squiggly little lines are. So 7 of Swords. Swords are thoughts. Now let me do my interpretation first before I go into the book. So so to me, this is like you. That main one that's you. And those swords, look at how they're pointing. Hey Judy, how are you? Haven't seen you. So anyways, the main sword that's going up reminds me of the spinal cord going through our bodies. And then all the other swords are going down at that main sword. So these are all of the thoughts that are like just tearing at you, like one at a time, just like jabbing you. And if you notice the one sword right in the middle that looks like I said, it looks like the tree of life to me. So the spinal cord. So that one main sword is very strong, and the other ones are much weaker. Okay, I've got the phone upside down, so it's hard for me to read it. But I'll turn the phone after the reading's done. I'm doing I'm doing readings on all the air signs. And it could be that you're an air sign, rising, sun, or moon. So the signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So, and I'm just doing the first set of cards right now. So again, we're talking about these swords, these swords, like that are these, those are the thoughts. All those swords are thoughts. And, you know, to me, I don't know about anyone else, but I know that when I feel hurt, yes, I feel hurt. But then it's my thoughts with that hurt me over and over and over again. And that's kind of what I see and feel with this card. You know, that there's all these little hurts just keep like coming back and hurting me more and more and more because I can't let go of it. And so that's kind of like, this is where you'll be if you don't let it go, if you don't move on, if you don't, you know, if these wands, if this action, you need to take this action, you need to heal and protect yourself so that those swords can point the other way in the other direction and be more of a tree of knowledge rather than, you know, swords destroying your roots. So those are the three of that deck. Let's do the next deck. And, oh, I didn't read the card. Let me see what it says in the card. I'm curious. This is a new deck for me, and it's very, very different. It's very interesting, but it's also very, very different. So the Seven of Swords. Here we go. Futility. Netzach, and it has all these big words that I can't say. Netzach in the suit of swords does not represent such catastrophe as in other suits. For Netzach, the Sephira of Venus means victory. There is therefore a modifying influence, and this is accentuated by the celestial rule of the moon in Aquarius. So this is perfect. So Aquarius was what the two Ziegleys were. The intellectual wreckage of the card is thus not so vehement as in the five. There is vacillation, a wish to compromise a certain toleration. But in certain circumstances, the results may be more disastrous than ever. This naturally depends upon the success of the policy. This is always in doubt as long as there exists violent, uncompromising forces which take it as a natural prey. This card, like the four, suggests the policy of appeasement. The symbol shows 6 swords with their hits in crescent formation. Their points meet below the center of the card, impinging upon a blade of a much larger, upthrusting sword, as if there were a contest between the many feeble and the one strong. He strives in vain. So that's kind of what I was saying, that one sword is so much stronger than those weaker ones. But the weaker ones are going to keep coming at you if you don't learn how to turn them away. And that comes with the action of the Three of Wands and the lotus flower and the horse, that beautiful stud, I guess it was called a steed, the beautiful white steed. So here's our next tarot deck. This is my Light Seer Shadow Seeker deck. Okay, first one, where you're at right now. It kind of goes with this card. So this card is going right on top of our Aries card. Okay, so this is the first card we drew, where you are at. And that's an action card, Three of Wands. And this is what's going right on top of it. So in the Light Seer, this is the conflict between your inner self and the outside person. So again, the yin and yang, the duality. It's like a lot of times as human beings, we get caught up in what people, places, and things expect of us. And we get confused. And again, those thoughts, you know, they can get us all tied up. And we can feel so confused and unable to move one way or another, because we're just not sure of what action we should be taking. And with the Aries energy, oftentimes we lead with head first and just butt heads, and without really taking the time to come up with a healthy process, a healthy decision about a situation. So feeling stuck, feeling lost, feeling not sure. And the best way to get out of this is through prayer meditation, that butterfly, that routine, spending time with self, reflecting and believing in your inner self, because it's your inner self, the person, when you're all alone in the room and there's nobody else there, the way you feel, truly feel, not the thoughts, not the crazy thoughts, the people thoughts, but the way you truly feel about yourself in life, that's who you really are. And sometimes society and other people just don't allow us to be who we really are. They want us to meet the expectations of everybody else, whether it's family members, whether it's career, whether it's, community. It's like we get so caught up. We get so caught up in what other people's other situations' expectations of us are, that this is how we feel, afraid and lost and not really sure of who we are anymore. So if you are here, my air signs, yes, there is a solution. There is a solution, always. So how you got here the past year? Oh, I don't know. This really isn't answering that. So we have the Star card here. And this is a very spiritual card. And I guess it can make sense. So we have for numbers so far, we have 11, 3, 7, 8, and 17. So the star, I love the lavender here. And then look at the golden yellow. And the pink, I think it's pink. We're talking a lot of spiritual energy here and emotions. I always tie emotion into this yellow. Oh, that's awesome. I'm trying to read you as you're upside. I'm upside down for you. So again, this is like a really beautiful card. The stars are coming out. She's sitting there in kind of a serene, nature. Being close to nature and connecting with nature. And it's almost like she has a kite, how you hold the strings of the kite and it goes up, or even a balloon, and it's going up to the others and connecting. And then you get that illumination of energy coming down through the string into you. Beautiful card. Lots of purple, some blues, but mostly purple and pink here. And that is crown chakra. A little bit of the throat chakra, which is communicating to spirit. And it's not just speaking to spirit, it's quieting enough to hear the messages from spirit. And this star has gotten you to realize right here that there's a lot of confusion. And because you've been connecting with the spiritual energies, you're also being confronted with the unnecessary energies that just get you all screwed up, get you all screwed up in your head. So that's how I can connect that star energy. It's the star energy that has gotten you to realize that the only way you're going to break free is by stop listening, stop allowing the swords to keep jabbing you. Oh, I love this. So on your journey in the next year, so this is the card that's going to represent within the next year, and it's the 10 of Cups. Again, cups are emotions and feelings, and it's going to bring you lots of happiness. It may not bring you a partner that you're sitting next to, but love comes in so many ways and forms. Love is just such a beautiful energy, but it's also going to help you to realize just how much you've created, with all that you've been through, all that, just everything that's brought you to this point today. You're gonna reap the benefits from it. Just keep moving forward. Just stay on that horse and keep on riding. All right, so this is my newest tarot deck, and it's an interesting deck, but it didn't come with a guidebook, and I don't know if there is one with it or not. It's a pretty deck, and it's called the Celestial Divine, I don't know, something Tarot. Celestial Divine Tarot. I think that's what it's called. But I think they're pretty. This is the back of the card. I actually am making my own oracle deck. All right, so we have, but they're so dark also. All right, so we have the High Priestess. Oh my God. I don't know what it says. Oh, okay. Got it. I should have figured that out. All right, so here's the High Priestess. She's sitting on her throne. She illuminates. I mean, look at the aura around her. The aura is a very soft blue. Blue is very calming, clarity. And the word at the bottom that I couldn't see because the cards, if I would have made these cards, if they would have been my deck, I would have done the wording in white. But it's mystify or mystery. I think it's mystify. So this is the energy that you're either projecting or that you're feeling right now with this deck. And most of these cards are all feminine cards. So a lot of energy in this card. If you notice, she's sitting there on the throne and a lot of energy is coming down to her, but then look over at her hands. And you've got the energy coming out of her hands. So it's pretty cool. And it's all about, it's mystery. So right now you either have mysterious things around you or you are in a place where you're kind of sending out mysterious vibes. How's that? That sounds about right. The Magician. Perfect. Again, I don't have a guidebook. I could go into the other books, but I'd rather just look at the cards. So the other one was like a bluish light. She came off looking like a bluish aura. This one has the golden aura all around her. And um, the magician has a tendency of making things happen. And this golden aura is very beautiful, and it's got those illuminating candles that she's holding in her hands. And then there's some, off in the background. So the golden energy, I know a lot of meditations I do. When I'm doing the meditations, they ask me to, plant my feet to the ground and send roots down into the ground and then pull up the golden liquid energy and bring it through, my whole body system. So the gold is like a purifying energy. And the bottom of the card, this is card number 1. The other one was card number 11. And so we got 17, 8, 10, 1, and 11. A lot of ones in this reading. And it's as above, so below. So I was listening to something that used that statement that said that, a lot of people hear that and they don't really understand what it means. And I know it's in the Nag Hammadi library books. And as above, so below is all about the higher good God coming down and being within. That the God is up above in the heavens, but it's also the heavens is within us. So as above, so below. And that's kind of what my little, I guess, what is it? A simpleton version of it. All right, this is card number 10. Oh my God, what does it say? Oh, okay, great. Okay, so this is the Wheel of Fortune. Love it, love it, love it. This one has a circle too. So this one had almost looks like a crystal ball in this one with the blue aura. And then that one had all the candles in the background luminescing the golden energy. This one has a golden ball behind her. Again, a lot of golden energy here, and the blue energy, a lot of energy, a lot of spiritual energy. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all about making things happen. Things are going to be coming to you. Things are going to be happening for you. It's right here. It's right here. You have to think it, feel it, believe it. Or is it think it, believe it, feel it? Something like that. It's kind of like the Neville Goddard, but it's also in the Bible. That's in praying. We don't ask. We state it. We believe it. We feel it. And it says that in the Bible. So this is card number 10, and it's Cycles of Life. So, and we have that golden ball that's all around. I wish I had a guidebook for this because, like I said, they're new cards for me, and they're, they're very dark. And I don't mean dark like in dark energy. I'll tell you, they're very, the women are very, what do you call it? I don't know. I guess they're gorgeous women. I don't know. But they're just, I don't know. It's a very different deck, and I would love to have a guidebook for it. So anyway, this is the reading for our air signs. What sign are you? Believe, feel, and act. Yep. That's it. Neville Goddard. Yep. Well, not just Neville Goddard, but so what's your zodiac sign? Yeah, I know, but sometimes I like to do my interpretation of each of the cards, but I also like to, because each deck is based on different things, and I like the guidebook to kind of, I don't know, just add to maybe what I'm interpreting. So yeah, that's all. I don't usually use the guidebook once I know the cards really well, especially when I don't really know the cards well. Like this deck here, I very rarely, my Lights Here deck, I very rarely pull out the guidebook. You know, it might, if the reading is about a certain type of thing and I want more than what I'm interpreting, then I'll pull out the guidebook. But I do have a little thing in my reading today. I don't usually do this, but I figured I would because of all the disasters going on in the world. For you know, the Samaritans who are helping in North Carolina, helping in California, they're helping over in Israel and Ukraine and all kinds of different places. So I figured, why not? You know, it's the beginning of the year, why not? And I've watched a lot of different shows where I've seen them in action on site, and it's not like I'm given to an organization that I don't literally see them doing what they say. So anyways, it's there if, you know, if you're feeling generous, if you got extra money at Christmas or whatever, a bonus from work, and you want to give a little bit, the link is there. So, yeah, with this, it's like, tomorrow's going to be the water signs. What sign did you say you were, Judy? I know my rising and my moon are both air signs. I didn't realize they were both air signs. I knew one of them was, but then I didn't realize the other one was too. I don't know why, but I guess I didn't pay attention to it. Thank you. But you know, my sun sign is Capricorn, rising is Libra, and moon is Gemini. And Gemini's the overthinker. So you're a Scorpio, but Libra rising. That's my rising too. And Libra is the justice, you know, the justice card. And always, you know, weighing things out, you know, what's the right thing to do. So at least that's my opinion about the Libra card. The heat just popped on. I don't know why, but it shouldn't have. Hot. Anyways, with that, I just want to, your moon's Gemini. Wow. So we have two in common. Well, that's cool. That's really cool. Do you have a program? I have a program that will do your natal charts. I'm still learning how to read like all the planets, different days. You know, I belong to a group that does all that. It's Astrologer Joe. He has a public group that you can join and learn things about astrology, and then he has the private group where he gets into a lot more intense information. So I enjoy it. In fact, the class is in a little bit at 2:00 today. I think there's actually a YouTube one too. So at 1. So and you know, it's what I do on Sundays. Sunday's my little class time. The candle's like, wow. So anyways, with that, if you have any water signs, Scorpio, I'll be on tomorrow. I have 4 days off, so 3 signs a day. And, well, go on there. If around 1:00, he does a YouTube, I think. He may be doing the YouTube every other week, and I can't remember because my memory's not as good as it used to be. I don't know if he did it last week. I think he did it last week. But if you go into the school community and pull up Astrologer Joe, what happens is when you communicate in the community, you earn levels. In each level, you get to learn about astrology. So it's pretty neat. I mean, you don't have to pay for anything, but you can, if you want to, join the private community. And I chose to join the private community because I found that this man is very, very, very intelligent, and he knows a lot of stuff, and he knows a lot of the dark secrets, I guess you could say. I've been kind of getting into a lot of that stuff. You know, the truths that we're never told about in our lives, or should I say, the lies that we were told most of our lives. And you know, so I found that I really enjoyed learning a lot of the stuff that I was learning from him. So I joined his private community. It's not something you have to do. You certainly can learn about astrology in the public group, and that's free and it doesn't cost anything. But to earn it, you have to like communicate with people and post and all that good stuff. And I got tired of doing that, so I just joined it, and I get the lessons because I joined. Plus, I get this hour class every week. And right now, we're doing remote viewing, and it's kind of cool. He gives you a target, and you like, I always meditate beforehand to clear my head, and then you kind of focus on the target, and whatever images you come up, you kind of write it down, then you send it to him, and then the next Sunday he'll go over them, and it's pretty interesting. It's cool. I like it. So anyway, but yeah, he's on. You can actually join the private group for 7 days. I think it's a 7-day free trial. But if you go in there today and join the private group, do the free trial, you'll hear some interesting stuff about what in the world is going on. Things like the drones, and things like the elections, and things like the Illuminatis, and just a lot of different stuff that isn't talked about in the regular public eye. Let's just put it that way. So anyways, enough with that, because I don't want him, I just don't want to bring too much attention to him in the wrong way. Anyway, with that, maybe I'll see you there, okay? I'll talk to you later, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and may the spirits guide you in all that you do. Bye-bye. Okay, we'll talk to you later.